Welcome to Wolf Farms. I almost forgot the whole intro. I'm Dawn, also known as Snotty Nose, Mitten Wolf.
And I'm James, also known as Wolf Photo. This podcast is brought to you by Wolf Farms. You can find us on the internet at wolffarms.net. This scent of the month for February is chocolate-covered cherries, just for your Valentine. Every month we have a scent of the month, and we give 25% off everything in our shop that is scented in that fragrance. So you can save on candles, soap, lotions, bath salts, I think we have for that. But that's 25% off, just in time for your Valentine's gifts. And we have other items on sale. We also have our heart-shaped candles that we showed last week. We don't have them on the table. Anyway, so we want to welcome new viewers. We want to thank you for checking us out, and welcome back the returning viewers. As you can see,
we really appreciate y'all. Come rain or shine, sick or
last week I was sick. Well, just like the Super Bowl, I passed that one over to Dawn. And
oh yay!
Yeah, she's actually has it worse than I did. Both her and Jimmy had it worse, so I'm thinking maybe it wasn't me that got him sick. I gotta deflect the blame. So.
It was Kimberlolly.
Yeah,
clear from Germany.
Yeah, through the electrical lines, our internet. So. Anyway, so this may be a quick podcast, unless
we're aiming for quick.
Yeah, unless you let me talk, and then
otherwise I'm going to be laying on this table.
Yeah. So let's get with it. Farm happenings.
As our January hatching it ended last week, on the 31st. Oh, you want to know who won?
Yeah. So we had a couple winners. So.
The first number that was drawn was 171, which is Knitting Amy K. And she did the French press slippers. Those are really cute.
Good job, and thanks for entering your
Yep, and then the
items.
second winner was number 135, and that is Phoenix Fire. And she did a hat while she was waiting in the waiting room to welcome her new nephew. Look how adorable that is.
Yeah, nice picture. You can incorporate it with the footprints and all that.
Yeah, look at the little bunnies' butts. They're little, little popcorn stitch. Well, it's popcorn stitch and crochet. I don't know what it is, and bobble and knit. It's a nipple.
So, congratulations for actually the winners, and then thanks to everyone for joining in. And
we have the February Hatchin' It, and for new members, that's where you can enter anything you finish in the month of February.
Yeah.
Whether it's spinning or knitting.
Crochet, fiber
Even
of
if
some
you
sort.
started it last year, just finish it.
Yep.
Just finish it.
Cracking the whip.
Yeah.
So enter in your finished objects. Doesn't matter what. Put it in there, and you can win some Wolf Farm gift certificates. So.
Good. That's what you're winning.
So so the winners, please contact us and let us know. We want you to be surprised when you watch this. So
surprise.
So, farm I guess my farm happenings.
This is my farm happenings.
Yeah, a couple weeks ago I'd mentioned I'd got some fruit trees, and I had started putting them in like 2 weeks ago, and then our backhoe decided to have a problem. Well, you look at what did I do yesterday?
I have no idea.
You were laying down most of the day. But
I'm wondering where the heck you're going.
Our backhoe, the backhoe radiator hose had, one of the hoses broke, and so I had to basically take a bunch of parts off of it just to get to the hose and replace it. So it's all running again. So now I can get the rest.
Playing with your hose.
Yeah, I'm playing with my hose. But now I can go out and plant the fruit trees now that I'd gotten. So
Dig some holes.
Yeah. So yeah, so I was busy working on the tractors, making sure that they were functional. So.
That's nice.
Okay, sorry, I'll shut up so we can move forward.
In the coop, I was really hoping to have this done, but I haven't even felt good to sit up to knit. So this is done in Fisherman's Wool, Lion brand. And it's the Rocky Coast Cardi. And I finished the sleeve. I think it was just the cuff last week. And then I did the whole other sleeve. And someone else has monkey arms. You know how the pattern says to stop at 13? She had to go to like 17 too.
No,
so
monkey arms. Huh?
Well, and if you notice in the pattern, it stops like here. You know, it doesn't fit the model. It wasn't.
Well, I know you like to tuck your hands in your
yeah. So I did picked up the right side all the way around the neck and down the left side because it's all bunched, so it's like hard to. But I'm like what 5 rows away from finishing, but
so close.
Yeah, I couldn't do it.
Yeah, you were struggling. You've been actually struggling all week. I'm surprised you got as far as you did in the week. So
yeah,
because you got sick almost immediately.
I didn't get sick till like Thursday.
No. Oh wait, I was still sick.
That's when it was.
That's right, I was still sick. See, sickness. See,
messes
with my memory.
Till
that's right, I was off 2 days because of that.
Wednesday, right? Oh.
And then I passed the ball.
Yay.
Woohoo, touchdown.
Yeah, we thought of putting the black crap on our Super Bowl. Ooh.
That's actually today. You won't see this till afterwards, but we don't know
so you'll know the wiener.
Yeah. We're going to have Randy pick. We're going to put 2 bowls, one with each team on it, and see which bowl he ate out of. And he would basically tell you it's going to be a tie because he's going to eat out of both. So, but we'll see. We'll see who wins. Oh, and my coop. Get back on thing. Got my, in my, keep your hands off my balls bag, I'm doing the Zuzu petals. Go moving right along. I'm actually on the last page of pattern. I only have like 15 rows left, which is good. If I spent more time, I really was.
You didn't knit this week, too.
Well, no, I was sick. I tried knitting when I was sick, and I got really. I couldn't concentrate on this.
See, Jimmy's still been playing WoW, and I don't see how he's been able to sit upright.
Yeah. So, here's my little dicky-do. I only did a couple rows, but it's coming along. I'm doing this out of the Madeline Tosh Tart colorway. I know you guys are getting sick of me talking about it.
It's so pretty, though.
Yeah, I know. I really like that colorway. I made you buy that when we were on our yarn crawl because I like the color. I like red. But so it's coming along. I have a doctor's appointment tomorrow, and they're going to dilate my eyes to go in my quarterly eye checkup to make sure that everything's good. And I'm sure it will. And I'll come back and look like a rat because my eyes will be all dilated, and then I can sit in the dark and I can knit. So I'll try and knit. I'll be knitting out here because I can't focus.
That's just scary.
So that's okay. I got you to help me out if I mess up, which I only did once. Or did I do it twice?
I think you did.
Yeah. I'm still challenged. I'm lace challenged, so.
I need to move this over.
But, anyway, so that's still in the coop. Hasn't flown yet.
Nothing's flown.
No,
I didn't even finish the spinning, the busy bee fibers. Well, I got all the ounces spun, but I'm plying. I haven't been plying.
No, we haven't been doing much anything other than laying down, so.
Yeah, duct tape to the couch. He didn't really have to even threaten that.
No, she doesn't listen when she's sick. I tell her, you need to rest. And so she says, okay, and the next thing I know, she's in doing laundry. I'm like, that's not resting. We have enough towels to survive an extra day or two without having to do laundry.
I have a schedule. I am very diligent to my schedules.
Yes, you are. And it's a pain to try and get you to stop and just let some time go by where you can actually recuperate. So. So. Farmer's Market?
Farmer's Market.
You actually bought?
No, shush.
Oh.
We had already recorded last week when I got the message from Flancers, who is Jackie, of the ear adornment, etc. Etsy shop. I'm in slow motion. And she is giving the Wolf Farm listeners 15% off through the month of February. And the code is Wolf Farms 0213, and I will link that. There won't be too many links too, by the way. So
the less you talk, the less links you have to do.
It's like, shh, don't mention that. So that'll run all through February. So that was just really cool. She's the one that I showed. She has a bunch of different stitch markers and earrings, and I mentioned the cute little kite earrings. Lauren, they're on sale. Go get them. So. Yep, that's really super sweet. So.
Yeah, thanks for the code, and hopefully you guys take advantage of that. Check things out. Breathe in.
To market, I ordered some yarn so I could participate in the Knit Psycho podcast. Palm to Pin sweater knit along, and I bought the Knit Picks Galileo in the colorway Gem. Not Gem. Gem. G-E-M.
Gem.
Yeah.
G-E-M.
So, Knit Picks. And oh my gosh. I don't know if that's really... yeah, here we go. It's got more of the chili pine... like a pine green on top of like a teal, and it's pretty. And this is so soft. If I didn't know it said Knit Picks, I would think this was like the Tarte. Except this is like a two-ply. So, yeah. I mean, it is just as soft. And you want to know what's in it? I bet you do. Because I have no idea. This is a sport weight. It's 50% merino, 50% bamboo. 131 yards. So, it is...
Feel.
Yeah.
Feel. Touch that screen. That feels so soft.
I'm not going to say sniff because I can't spell.
Yeah.
So, and then I too marketed and went to the Cyborgs Craft Room .etsy.com. Megan shop. She's the lurking eye girl. And she gave all these little, honest to God, I thought this said orgasmic. Orgasmic suckers.
Wow, those are quite...
I'm like, ooh.
Quite a fringe benefit for ordering her yarn, huh?
They're organic, yummy earth organic pomegranate and fairy cherry. And then some beautiful stitch markers. And this is with the Lauren, the Limnit Crochet Podcast. I'm not going to go full into this because you can't even understand the word I'm probably saying today. But Lauren is having a fundraiser for the HLH, which is the histiocytosis. I didn't write it down, dang it. Her best friend Josh passed away from this very rare disease, and
so she's got...
It's so rare that out of 1.2 million, only one child gets it. And her past two podcasts, she's mentioned in more details what this is covering. And I thought I printed this out too.
Maybe you forgot to...
forgot to go grab it. But so she's having a humongous raffle every 5 to raise money for this organization because they need more research. They need more awareness. So, I mean, because the doctors literally had to Google Josh's symptoms in order to find out how to treat him and what to even do, to find out, So, with this awareness, she wants to raise $1,500. I'm hoping she's going to get even more than that. it's very hard to lose someone that special to you. And I know how important this is to her. And so every $5 that are donated, you know, you get a chance in her raffle, and she's getting tons of prizes donated, which is just wonderful to see the community come together and support us, you know, because for Lauren and me, November is a very hard month. That's when Josh passed away, and it's also when I lost my best friend. So we have this really horribly close bond in sharing that, you know. But, so I ordered this yard because $6 from Megan's cyborg shop with the orgasmic lollipops. And I left it packaged because I already knew what it looked like anyways before I ordered it. And I had to show how beautiful Megan wraps her stuff. Comes in this decorated, beautiful bag. And then, you know, she has it, and it still reminds me of Megan too. Megan's the one that was the ice skater, remember?
Oh, yeah.
Wanted that told all over the place, huh, Megan? We had it wrapped all night. I did open it a little bit just to peek, because I just
couldn't help yourself.
I had to touch it. So, did I say $6 if this goes?
You $6.
Okay.
You started, but
She has three different options. There's the sparkle base. There's the non-sparkle base. I got the sparkle base, and then she has a combo where you get some special goodies that are surprises. Bird Leg Bags is also doing a bag that will, part of the proceeds will go to the, part of the proceeds will go to the fundraising. And the fundraising thing is really cool because it automatically goes straight to the charity, you know. So, and then you also have an option, which I found this really neat, to click a button that says that you will cover the charge card amounts. So your direct, like, let's say $10 amount will go straight to the charity. It'll be like, what, 10, 25 or some
like
percentage.
It's usually figure 3% is the charge on credit card processing and stuff. So you could actually donate $10 and then cover that extra 3% or whatever it is fee, and so that the charity actually gets the full $10. So it'd be like $10.30 if you're making a $10 donation. So.
But February 28th is the Rare Disease Day, and Lauren had given Megan the picture, its hands in these exact colors for Megan to have an inspiration. And I know Megan is a new dyer, but by looking at this, it's phenomenal. I mean, you would never know that Megan has not been doing this for years. I mean, it is spot on. I mean, exact colors. I mean, it's just beautiful. That green is really coming out very limey. I don't think it's that green. I'm trying, there, it's more. But yeah, it is just gorgeous. It's called Without Borders. And it's 438 yards, fingering weight. Superwash merino wool, nylon, stellina. We gotta see the sparkles. But this is just spot on. It's so soft. So go buy some.
It goes to a good cause.
Yeah.
The profits do. So
that's my to market. And I don't know if she sends suckers with everybody just coming together. Very special suckers.
Yeah, have to buy another bag of those.
Okie dokie.
Squeal like a pig. Oh wait.
You squeal.
Squeal like a pig?
Oh, that sucked.
Squeal like a pig. I don't remember how you do it.
We might have to. Oh, my face just went really red.
Wow, I have that effect on you. I'll get Randy to do it next time.
Squeal like a pig. My friend Michelle sent a nitty witty shell clear from down yonder in Paw Paw Patch of Australia. She sent, I was telling James, she could have just sent this letter. I mean, it is so special, and I will treasure it always, you know. And yes, I keep everything.
She does.
But it was like so shocked. I was thinking, you know, she told me she was sending me a little something. I was thinking a little something. Look at this big old package. Which, yeah, that was the day I was not upright at all. So she said Australians, and I didn't open it yet. I was good.
Yeah.
Soft, delicious raspberry licorice. And I'm really hoping I don't like them.
Odds of finding it here are going to be kind of tough. Huh?
Yeah, but it's so cool seeing the Australian stuff on it. And so sent that. And then this is a funny, because my whole walking like a cow. Watch. It's a tape measure. Isn't that the cutest thing?
Yeah.
Then, she had accumulated this stuff, you know, throughout. So then she found me this cool bag, and I think I'm going to put my new sweater. It's going to go into this, because she actually gifted me the palm to pin sweater. So I thought, oh, how perfect.
Get that correlation.
Yeah.
And it says joy, because she was planning on sending it before Christmas, but you know how that goes. So sometimes.
She's a busy girl.
Yeah.
And then I'm blown away. I didn't even know. I'm like, oh, I didn't even know what to say. She sent skein yarn. Real skein, because it's from Australia.
Not a fake one.
Well, I know Loopy U gets it once in a while, but this is
from Australia.
I'm sure they have to get it from Australia.
Straight from the kangaroo's mouth.
This is top draw socks, 437 yards. Oh, this is cocoa colorway. Oh, this has got to be something up by the neck, because it is.
Well, it's enough yardage for you to do a shawl or a cowl or something. So.
Yes, it is. Oh, it's like them suckers. Thank you so much, Michelle.
And if you didn't hear that, she said, "Thank you so much, Michelle." Her voice is cutting out.
So that was. It came on the perfect day.
Yeah.
I feel like
you were
crapola
in bed, crashed out.
So now I can
dig
into that. She said they were for James and Jimmy, since I would probably be allergic, but
can't hurt to try, huh?
Yeah. So then, I'm going to be doing a book review, because I was sent this from Story Publishing, and I received this on Monday. Wait a minute. On Monday. And the author, Sarah Anderson, actually contacted me a while ago and asked if I would like to review this. And this is... I'm not going to review it today, although I have been delving into it, because I can't even understand myself. He sure as heck can't. He's asking me 5 million times what I say. And it is such an awesome book that I really want to give it a full, good review that you can understand. So it is called The Spinner's Book of Yarn Design. And I'm going to tell you, if you spin at all, whether you're a new spinner or an old spinner, you need to go get this book. just from what I've been reading.
Yeah.
And if you're a new spinner, you could use this almost as a textbook and do it as lessons, because it is beautiful, detailed. She teaches at SOAR, which is the Spin-Off Retreat. She's been in designs in homespun, hand knit, Spin-Off magazine. Here's a picture of Sarah. I'm pretty sure her Ravelry name is Serial Spinner. And just...
Yeah, it's an impressive book.
Yeah,
Everything that's in
because
there,
he actually opened it first. And then, see, it's hard for me not to go into a full... There's cards back here. I haven't opened them yet. Well, I kind of did, but I made it where it doesn't look like it because... And it's the photography in here is just...
Yeah, it's a nice book. Don will get into the review in more detail.
Forward by Judith McKenzie, you know, which is like the queen of, spinning. So it's a good book, So I will get into this more next week when I can. It is...
Talk clearly.
Yeah. Not full of snot and, But, I was so excited to get this and... The pictures for everything.
Yeah, it's.
I'll just give you one quickie. Just clear.
You're gonna end up with the book review now. I could say, save your voice.
Pick it on the farm.
Pick it on the farm.
That's good.
That's my turn to talk. Let's try and not go too overboard. I was like, when I was putting my notes together, I was wondering if I should break this up into two, but I'm going to continue on with the getting to know your camera, file types and sizes. So, because size matters when it comes to the image quality and all of that other stuff. So, first thing I wanted to kind of address was the different file types. Some of the lower end consumer cameras don't give you any options in terms of how it saves files, but as you kind of go up the scale, you get more options. And the predominant file type that is stored when you take a picture on a camera is the JPEG, JPG file extension. That is very common. It's prevalent in the web. A lot of the pictures on the web are done in that format. And your digital camera will save in that, and I'll explain why in a minute. But there's also TIFF, TIFF or TIF extension. That one, if you have a better camera, it may have that. And then the RAW file type is for probably more on the higher end, medium to high end, and I'll explain kind of what the difference between all of these is. The JPEG's used a lot in the majority of the digital cameras because the JPEG file type is a compressed file type. So it actually takes the original image information and it compresses it down to make it more compact so you can store more on your memory card. The problem with the compression is that you will actually lose information and you'll have issues depending on your settings. JPEG, you can think of it this way: when you have a picture and there's a bunch of pixels in your image and they're all white, the file will shrink that down, and it has an algorithm that makes it more compact than just one pixel has its own information. So, which is more like what the RAW file type would do. And so, and the JPEG format, it retains the dimension of your original file size, but that compression makes the file more compact. So that's one of the advantages, and that's why they use it a lot. And it just allows you to fit more on your memory card. But you can also take it off your camera immediately and use it. And you can upload it to, the internet. You could, a lot of things use that JPEG. It's kind of like a de facto standard. If you're going to deal with digital images, if you have to deal with JPEG. So most everything web and software and all that, it's a standard file format that you'll see. The limitations are you're stuck with the digital camera's internal algorithm to process that image. And so you don't have any options to adjust how your camera is doing it. And so that, if your camera doesn't do it well, it will always not do it well. That's just kind of the catch on that one. And JPEG, many people don't know but on JPEG, every time you save the file, it degrades your image more. So when you take the picture and your picture's stored in JPEG, that is the best it's going to be, that image quality. So when you're working with the file, particularly JPEG, you need to store that original file and always work from the original, because every time you save it, you lose more information. And so if you save and open and save and open and save and open, pretty soon your image actually gets really degraded. And people may not know that. So if you keep working from the same image, you want to work from your original what's saved on the camera. So that's something that you need to really consider when you're working with that file type. If you have an option for TIFF file on your camera, that's actually better. It's a compressed image file type, but it stores information a lot better. You lose less information, but the file size is larger. So this is more in line with what you would see as a RAW file on the more higher end professional cameras. And so there's more you can do with a TIFF file. It actually allows layering. So if you're familiar with editing images in Photoshop, how they have different layers, TIFF will allow you to save multiple layers in a single file. So that's kind of one of the advantages there. And then RAW file type. Most of the higher end cameras will allow the option for RAW file type. And basically what a RAW file type is, it saves exactly what's captured on the digital sensor on your camera. So it takes everything, all that information, without processing it, just stores it immediately over onto the memory card. So you have exactly what was captured on the camera. It allows you a lot more flexibility to deal with the image. If your camera gets outdated, the newer software and newer algorithms can be used to process that image, and so you can update, how you're handling and processing that image. The downside to RAW, though, is file size. This is the largest file size because it retains exactly what was captured on the sensor. It takes up that much room. So if you have a 12 megapixel camera, every picture you take is going to take up 12 million bytes of information on your card, plus a little bit of overhead. So it's going to use up more information, or store more information for you to use, but it's going to take up more room. And then the other downside to RAW is that it has to be processed before you can use the image. You can't just take a RAW file and upload it to the internet. You have to do something to convert it to a JPEG file or a TIFF file or whatever. But the upside to RAW is that you have all of that information to work with. There is no degraded information about it. It's exactly how the camera saw it. So I wanted to mention that. So ideally, this is something to consider. The file size that you set on your camera will affect, what you do with it down the road. Now, the file type is one thing, file size is another. You could actually choose JPEG, and then there's different file size options and qualities as well. On the quality side, the lower the quality, the quicker your image on JPEG degrades. So if you have if you choose low quality JPEG, your camera's going to save a really poor, it's going to be a poor quality file. It's going to be really compressed, and you're going to see a lot of degraded information, particularly on sharp edges. You'll see it really, a JPEG is noticeable, the image quality is noticeable on sharp edges, where it goes from one color to another, or real just very defined transitions. You'll see a lot of jaggedy edges in there. When it's smooth, it's not so noticeable. But so you want to save the file as large as possible, because size does matter when it comes to size just matters. Okay, let's just put it that way. before I get into actually setting your camera up, let me talk about memory cards. This is where you're going to be saving your information. Yeah.
Why haven't you mentioned GIF? G-I-F.
Because almost no digital camera current will save in a GIF format. That is a bit type image file. The quality of GIF is very poor because you're restricted to how much color you can have in a GIF file. And so generally the color range on a GIF is only, you usually have 256 colors available on a GIF file.
I see that on my little emos on my Plurk.
Yeah, well, the GIF you can animate GIFs. There's advantages to GIF that for web stuff that you can actually animate GIF formats. But the problem is they're not high quality, and your digital cameras will never have a GIF setting. And if they do, they're probably about 10 years old. They don't. Most cameras will not save in that because they don't have an extensive color range, and so when you're taking pictures, you want to capture as much color as possible. So that's usually not an option on the camera. You won't see that, and if you do, don't use it because it's just the quality of the image is not going to be good. So, but before I get into actually how to choose a file size and settings on your camera, let me talk about memory cards. Memory cards nowadays are, basically that's how you're storing your files. You're taking them off there, you're moving them to your computer, you're uploading them to wherever it is that you're uploading them. But generally they'll save onto a memory card. And, there's different memory card types, compact flash and secure digital and mini and micro SD cards. There's a whole ton of different cards that are out there, so you just need to know what your camera uses, and generally you'll know that when you buy the card or the camera. You'll say, oh, I need this type of card. In terms of cost, right now you could get a huge memory card, a 16 gigabyte memory card, roughly, if you went down to Best Buy, which is probably the highest end you're going to pay, $50 for a 16 gig memory card. The reason why I'm pointing this out is that on a 16 gigabyte memory card, on a 12 megapixel camera, you can store roughly 35,000 pictures on that camera, on that memory card. 3,500 images in the JPEG format, or 1,300 in a RAW or a TIFF format. These are approximate, but the reason why I'm saying that is, back in the day of film, I'm going to kick this back in terms of cost. Back in the day of film, you went out and you bought your, I still got this, your box of consumer film cost you about $10. We'll say for argument's sake, $10, 4 rolls. You go and you take your 36 pictures per roll, you go out there and you send it down to Walmart and you have them process it for another $10. Okay, so my 4 rolls of film, plus the cost of the film and processing and all of that, $50. And you end up with 36 times 4. So that's, 144 pictures for $50. Now you have a 16 gig memory card for $50 that you can store 3,500 pictures. So the reason why I point this out is that memory cards actually, they're more environmentally safe because you don't have the chemicals processing your film and all of that stuff. But you store a whole lot more pictures than you did back in the film day.
Plus you can delete the sucky one.
Yeah, you can edit out, you get instant, there's a whole lot of other benefits. But the reason why I say this is because when it comes to choosing file size, you are, because the size does matter when it comes to editing and basically doing anything with the image size. You go out and you spend $400, $500, $600, $700 on a camera that can produce has a 12 megapixel image sensor. Although the camera allows you to save in a smaller size, you're paying for the camera. Why not save the images in the largest size possible? Because you want that bigger size. And so, so what I'm saying is that although you could choose to save in smaller sizes, the cost really is not the big issue. So go ahead and save the bigger size. The bigger the better, because you have more options with it. You can do more cropping, you can do more editing. You can store a whole lot, 1,300 raw format in a $50 card, which you could probably get for 25 or 30 online. I mean, the cost is really not an issue. So you're just better off. If you're going to spend the money on a 12 megapixel camera, you may as well use the entire camera sensor and just save it, because when it comes to the end use, which you'll decide afterwards, then you can actually scale it down. But it's better to have more and then reduce it than save less and then really wish, oh man, I wish I had all of the file bigger, because you can't expand the file afterwards. You don't get that quality. And so those are the things I want you to consider. That just understand the different file types that you have on your camera, and like particularly JPEG, because it is the most prevalent on the digital cameras. The more you save, the worse the picture gets. So make sure you keep your original from your camera if that's the only option you have. And then if you're using RAW, that is ideal, because you have the best information, but it requires more work. So these are the trade-offs. But when it comes to setting the file size to save on your camera, always choose the highest. Because it's not, granted, if you set a low, you could probably get 10,000 pictures on your 16 gig memory card if you set it to the lowest thing, but it's really why. You just set it to the high and then you can scale it back later, but you're just better off, setting it to the highest level. So that's just my picking on the farm. Hopefully that kind of sheds some light on some issues. But the thing I want you to take away from this is JPEG file. Every time you save it, open and save, it's going to degrade. So just if there's anything you take from this, remember that. So the more information you have on that file, just the better off it is. Remember to keep a copy of the original though. So let me flick it back to you. I was trying to keep this short and sweet.
Yeah, this is a super short show.
Yeah. We were talking 15 minutes, and I can tell we're already not there. So,
yeah.
But that's okay. I know Dawn needs to go rest, so let's get this wrapped up. So
the Snuggle Project with the Art of War podcast is still going on, and I just wanted to say thank you to the people who's entered this week's Snuggles in our group. Liz Stitches entered 9.
Wow.
9. Bella Socks, Queen Ribbit. Poor Becca, I have to chuckle. And she did a crap ton of sewn ones yesterday.
Oh.
She hasn't entered them yet, but I already know what she's doing yesterday. I mean, a crap ton. Knitter 2, Chaotic Hooker, 4 Kitties Have I. She entered a bunch of them. Stitches Please. She just wants me to mention her every week. Dyed Grads for Grandma. I checked it right before we came over here. Mm-hmm. So these are as of we're recording. If it comes in later, I will be you next. Yeah,
you will catch it. We will mention you, but
it's like I get so excited seeing all the new ones, and then when I saw that one, the list is 9 of them, and that will be 9 entries, even though she did it in one picture. She has all 9. So woohoo!
Woohoo! There, I'll do it for you. I'll be the sound effects today.
Woolbites, our Wolf Farm gift certificate, or a bag from Elizabeth Quinton Designs.
Lots of goodies.
And then I was also contacted that somebody's going to be, I'm not going to say who yet until she sends hand spun. She's going to do hand spun for one of the prizes.
Yay. So keep the snuggles going.
Yeah.
The animals are thanking you. So
feel like I'm forgetting something, but oh well.
I'm sure we'll catch it next week. So I know that you're kind of running out of steam. So yeah, I see you're deflating.
I'm hearing you, and I'm like, oh, I'm gonna
lulling you to sleep with my picking on the farm. I hope all of you guys didn't fall asleep. Wake up, so you can go rest. So anyway, so let's wrap this thing up then. Do we have a button?
No, I didn't bring it over.
Okay, well, just remember you can get a Wolf Farm podcast button for free with any paid order on Wolf Farms. So just in the comment section when you're checking out, just ask for a free video podcast button, and we'll stick that in your package when we ship it off. So make sure that you get one of those to decorate your button bag, your knitting bag, or whatever. We'll be happy to send that along.
Yep.
But
so until next time, hopefully I sound better next week.
Let's get cracking.
And hatch
Bye, y'all.